Damn. Yeah.
Deontay, Radio Rahim. Listen, man, you said that your people have been fighting for 400 years.
Man, your peoples too.
So I just want you to explain what you mean by that.
You know what I'm talking about. Y'all all know what I'm talking about, man.
Explain it. Not everybody knows what you're talking about.
Radio Rahim, I don't have to explain what's understood, man. You know what I mean by that. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go, man.
Radio Rahim with Deontay Wilder. We know what he's talking about. First of all, what we did earlier is going to be everywhere. So I just wanted to clear the air so people aren't online thinking.
Famous, man.
Now, if you'll permit me, if you don't want to talk about it, I appreciate that too. But the reason I asked the question, I think I know what you're referring to. I'm fairly certain I do.
You do. You definitely do.
And
look on the news. Look around us.
The reason I asked the question is because one of the things I talk about in boxing a lot is the cultural differences. The way fighters clash, not just in the ring physically, but they bring their backgrounds with them.
Yes.
You're one of these people who are very vocal about where you're from, what you believe being a heavyweight champion means. Fury is much the same way, and being a traveler, his people have gone through what they've gone through on his side of the pond and globally. So my question more relates to how that clash of two giants, not just boxers, but giants in their communities, inform this fight. Where does that fight line drawn when it comes to Wilder versus Fury?
I don't really understand what you're trying to get at, you know.
The cultural collide between the two of you. When you guys
I mean,
get close to each other, you can't keep your hands off each other. You're both kind of brash in your own way, but coming from a different place.
Well, the touching was initiated upon me first, you know, from his promoter. You know, I understand. We love Frank. You know, I'm not throwing Frank Warren under the bus. We love Frank. We know Frank means well, and he want this fight to be a success. You know, but when you have two big guys up there, when the adrenaline rush is oozing out of your pores and the energy is spreading amongst, you know, certain things you can't do. You have to be careful, especially with me, you know, because I get in a certain state of being. My mindset changes, you know, and when I feel things aggression, I say, don't touch. And then Fury wanted to do emotional holding me or whatever, so the automatic reaction is, yeah, let me grab the jugular. You know what I mean? And no more, no less. I've already said previous when we was in LA, you know, when things had started, it seemed like everyone would want to rush and put their shove in and say all this and this, and you're not going to be able to fight. Don't stop the promotion. Don't stop the show because of others' action. You know, we're two fighters. We understand what we're doing. We're professionals, and we're not going to jeopardize the fight. I'm not going to jeopardize the fight. If I wanted to do something, it probably would have been a slap or a punch, something that really meant something to me, because a choking just won't do. You know, I'm not really into the choking game, you know, and that's just what it's all about. You know, when you're dealing with two fighters of our caliber and so tall, then, you know, people get hesitant at times, which I understand as well, too. And that's just what it all was. Because on the night of the fight, I'm going to be able to release everything out of me.
In a way, boxing is promoted with a good guy and a bad guy at off times.
Correct.
I'd say both you and Fury promotionally have been cast as black hat type of fighters. Like bad guys, you say bad things, you maybe you come from bad places. With the two of you now facing off, how do you see him as not just as a fighter, but as a man, where he's coming from? You've been over to that side of the pond where he's from. Now he's fighting you here on your side of the pond. How do you take the totality of the man?
I mean, you know, as a person, I like him as a person. I like any man that know how to speak his piece and be solid about what they say. You know what I mean? I love that. But, you know, with Fury, I can't say cultural how he's been portrayed. I've just on a far looking in, I can say that his country done him wrong. You know how they bashed him and how they put him aside. Even when he beat Klitschko, they didn't accept him as beating it. But another guy come on and beat a weaker opposition and laid off Klitschko for 2 years. They praised him at the most high. So I didn't understand that. But other than that, from a guy from afar looking in, that's all I can tell. I don't know what type of, behind the scenes, what type of person he really is, but only what I've, endured to him upon being around him. He can be a whole nother way when he go homes around his people and stuff like that. He can be a racist. All we know, we don't know about that, But I can only judge him off of what I've been around him at this point in time and what I've seen. And with that being said, and me being a person that can feel certain things, I like the guy. But we've heard the saying before, I love you because I'm gonna whoop you because I love you. And that's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna whoop you because I love you. I'm gonna let you understand and feel what I feel here, what I've been through. Because this is a sport where you carry your emotions. It's an emotional sport. So the night of that fight, we get paid to release our emotion. That's what makes fighters great, because we get to take all this in that we've been going on in our lives. Fighters go through so much, man, because people don't give us the chance, because they only see the perspective of us in the ring and not the man outside of the ring, not the human being outside of the ring. We're not all mad and we're crazy, but only for the simple fact that we signed up to do this. Your head is not meant to be hit in the first place. That's why people don't get in this sport, because they either get scared of the training or they get scared of getting hit in the head. And even you can tell, doctors will tell you it's not cool to be getting hit in the head, especially if a person get knocked out all the time. It's not cool because your mind starts deteriorating, your body starts deteriorating. That's why it's a young man's sport. But we signed up to do this, and I love it.
And last question down this road. They talk about walking through the streets, asking people, they know your name. Fury's not the first one to do that. We know who did it before. They talk about how much money you make or how many people you can draw. And then on top of that, cast you as some of the things you've said, you're a bad guy, you're, again, the black hat fighter. But you are world champion. You're the only American heavyweight champion. Do you feel that aspect of it has been fair to you? And what is it that they cast about you, or the way they describe you, that's inaccurate?
Do you really believe they went through the streets asking people? Come on, that's publicity up there.
Most definitely, and who cares? Why haven't there been no footage of me promoting that I'm gonna be this big thing or this big celebrity? I don't care. I honestly don't care. So I don't understand why these fighters, they pick me out of everybody. They want to be better than me. They want to have a better record than I. They want to be just way more popular than I. Why? I don't care about that, man. If no one knows me, who cares? As long as my money is right, as long as I'm providing for my family, that's a good thing for me, because once people start realizing who you are and start getting into your business, now you start getting that negativity. You start getting people lurking and try to get money out of you. Even your closest friends will start to change up on you, when you get to a certain point. And I don't want that in my life. If he want to be famous and big, then let him carry on. If I was in his country with a record that I have and what I've done, I'd be the biggest thing over there, hands down. They got a small country over there. We're very diverse over here. We got many peoples over here. But I don't care about that, man. I know where boxing stands at with sports and stuff, and I knew coming in how hard it would be. And I know how hard it still is coming in, how hard it's gonna be. Because of who I am and what I possess, what I speak about, the complexion of my skin. All that plays a part. People want to be ignorant and blind to these facts, but they know that it's true. But I don't care. I honestly don't care. If you can see my family, I got a beautiful family. I got a happy family, and that's all I do it for. If someone knows me, then thank you for your blessings and your prayers. If you don't know me, then Saturday, December 1st, you will.
Radio Rahim with Deontay Wilder, WBC heavyweight champion of the world.
Ready, bomb squad, we 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 ready.
Thank you, champ. Appreciate it.